So, Banali, this topic which I taught you in the class, do you remember that?
Yes, that I remember, but there's some problem I needed to discuss.
I can see that your scores in your tests are also going down. Tell me, what is the problem?
No, it's not about that actually, not about the test or something. Actually, I was thinking I had a friend, right?
Okay.
And who lost his dad, in this COVID time, and then facing a lot of financial issues. So I was having a conversation, and I'm thinking, like, how can I exactly help him, or in this situation, what would be better? And as you have always have some solution, can you please talk about that also?
Certainly. So, is she in her bachelor's or master's, something like that?
Yeah, like studying.
Okay, very good question. So this is a regular question which actually I come. So I get this question from all our subscribers also, and now that your friend also needs some help. So financial issues, I believe, should never stop us from growing in our life, right? So see, when I started Biotechnica, I had zero money in my pocket, right? Still, I could do it. So I know a lot of ideas which I am going to give you. Okay, probably 10 or 15 ideas I'll give you. Now, whatever suits you, you can do it, but or you can ask your friend to do it. But one thing I can suggest you is do these only when you are really in need of money, because otherwise it will just distract you from your regular studies. Okay. So that's something which I want to give a disclaimer to all our audience there also, that please implement this only when you are in financial trouble, and of course not just for some extra money, because money is actually a big distraction when you are studying. So that's something which I would like to highlight. Okay, so let's start with when you are in bachelor's or master's, and if your English is good, okay, you can join a lot of websites and apps, and you can write articles or edit articles. Okay. And they pay you per article or per word, something like that. Okay. Even there are companies which will hire you temporarily, like part-time as a freelancing basis. They'll pay you good money, but they will ask you to edit research papers. For example, say Chinese researchers, their English is not good, right? So whatever research paper they have written, they want it to be edited, right? So of course that will come to you so there are various companies which you can approach. So you can just Google out those companies. You have to just write article editing, part-time jobs, something like that. So that's one idea I can give you. But yeah, the money is not so much in this. And you definitely cannot work for more than, I think, 4 hours, right? That is the limit Bsc or MSc student will have. So yeah, that's one option you have. Now, checking off that option, the next one, which I think, which I can tell you, which I have personally done it, is you have a lot of McDonald's, KFCs, restaurants, across your city. Now, if you are in real need of money, you can join there for part-time, like evenings. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if this will be suitable for girls, but for boys, definitely they can. Even girls, I have seen they do it. So yeah, McDonald's and KFCs and such, high-end restaurants, you can join and you can help them, and they will give you a stipend in lieu of that. So definitely you should have crossed the age of 18 or something, otherwise they'll not hire you. I have personally done it in my college days, and I was doing it to support Biotechnica because I was running this company when I was in college. So I did that. Okay. And they pay you a good amount. In my era, they used to pay me 4,500, but that was like 16 years ago. Right, 17 years ago. But now I'm sure they must be paying good money. So that's one thing. So joining some part-time, restaurants or projects. Now, there are various evening jobs which I think you can get to if you go to OLX or and other such websites. There are many people who post evening jobs. Like, okay, it can be a data entry job, or there are various companies across the world who require somebody to manually enter data. Right. And they're always on a lookout for some talent, right? And there are companies like Upwork, where you can create a profile and you can, get freelancing jobs of data entry. So even that is there. or you can become a virtual assistant to a CEO or somebody like that. So what happens is CEOs of these companies are very busy people, say in US or UK. So their nighttime is your daytime. So and their nighttime is, so in the daytime you can work, and the nighttime they are sleeping. So basically they outsource their clerical jobs to India. So even that is a job which you can do through Upwork. Okay, so evening jobs you can always take up. Next thing, which I think the fourth one, which I would like to tell you guys is, you can teach online. So no, I'm not talking about YouTube, because if you're teaching on YouTube, you are literally not getting any money, because YouTube doesn't pay you so much. That's a myth. Okay, only in some segments it pays you high, but that also vanishes very quickly. For example, if you're making finance videos, maybe it will get you some money, but again, depends on the market. If the financial market crashes, the money market crashes. Okay, so it's not a good idea. But yeah, you can teach online. There are various companies who hire you to teach part-time to their students, or their or you can also, in your locality, if in case you want to teach offline as a tuition, so you can join some temporary as a tuition teacher. So even that you can do. So that's the fourth point which I think I can tell you. Next one is one thing which we have at Biotechnica, and I think many companies also have it. Okay, and that will be, you can promote a brand and earn. For example, at Biotechnica, we have something called as a brand ambassador program. So if you join Biotechnica as a brand ambassador, you can promote Biotechnica in your college, and in lieu of that, Biotechnica pays you a stipend. Okay. So there are similar works which you can get on Internshala, which is a website. You can go there. In India, for Indians, it is there, Internshala. And for other, if we have global audience also, you can go across the globe also. You have similar websites where you can get such brand ambassador programs are there for various companies which you can join. So basically, you're promoting those companies in your college, and you're getting a stipend. Okay, but yeah, it is a time consuming job, and it requires a lot of social skills. Like, it may not be suitable for you or your friend, but yeah, if you are good in communication, if you're good in talking to strangers, or talking to your friends, then of course you can do that. And it improves your social skill. So yeah, that's I think the fifth point I can make today. Now the sixth one is, of course, you can do part-time internships. Okay, part-time internships in various companies. Okay, there was a friend of mine. He was doing a part-time internship in a textile company. Okay, and it was a personal secretary to the CEO, something like that. So that's an offline, internship. There will be a fixed stipend, stuff like that. You can always do. But again, it becomes tiring, because whole day you had college. Say 3 o'clock, you got out of college, or 4 o'clock. Now you have to rush to your job, which will be at 5 o'clock. Now 5 to 10 o'clock, it's like 5 hours. And then you get back home, cook food, or maybe, take your dinner and then go back to sleep. But yeah, this is a tough task. But I think as long as there is a need for money, extra money to support your student life, you can always do that. Now, one tip which I can give you is, you can reach out to CEOs on LinkedIn. Okay, so many people approach me, and I actually give them work. So what they do for me, or what you can do for other CEOs of various companies, biotech companies as well as other companies, you can just ping them in LinkedIn and say that, sir, I am so and so, I'm doing this MSc or BSc in this. I'm very much fascinated with your work. I think I can be of any help. Let me know, how can I assist you virtually? And of course, because they're busy people, they'll always think, okay, this is one work which I can give to her, and they'll pass on to you, and definitely they'll pay you. And there are many online jobs which a CEO would love to outsource to somebody, because they're less on time. Okay, and there's a lot of work, right? So that's something which I can give you. So that's the seventh point. Now, one interesting idea which I remember is, if you're a topper, or your handwriting is good, if your handwriting is good, or you are a topper, or if you are good in notes making, if you can make intelligent notes, you can actually create your notes and sell it. Actually, I did that for Biotechnica, to support Biotechnica, because my notes, every topper of every college wanted. So I started selling it. Okay, so I didn't sell it online, but because that era was not online. No, nowadays even you can sell it online on various websites. Okay, so I used to just contact them and say, see, this is a sample. If you like it, I can give you the full notes, and this is the money which I would charge. Right, and it obviously improves your sales skills. I can say your marketing skills. But yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, if you're good in making notes, you can always sell. So that's the 8th point I can give you. Now, the 9th point is you have to get creative. Okay, so whatever I told you, this is not a foolproof idea. It may not work for you. Okay, so the 9th point for you is get creative. And get creative is like, okay, suppose you can get into support a nearby nursery, or maybe create some designs and sell it online. I know a lot of companies who are buying designs from students. Okay, so if you're good in designing arts and craft, okay, you can sell that online, right? So, or maybe you can sell it on Instagram also. So yeah, that's where you can get creative. That's a 9th point. And the 10th point is the bitter pill which I want to give to everybody, and that is, I think earning should be better outsourced to our parents if they are there, and focus on learning, because today's learning will definitely improve the earning of future. So that's the 10th point. As a conclusion I would like to make here. I know you may not like it. You will be like, sir, aapne bola tha 10 points should be 10 points, right? But the 10th point is, I think you can earn much more in the future if you learn today. Okay. For example, the classes which I bunked to sell my notes, I regretted it later, because now I had to copy somebody else's practical file to cover that up, right? So that's what will happen, because when money starts flowing in, it's a distraction. Your attention will go towards the money, and you'll not be able to focus on your work, which is studies. Okay, so that's my 10th point, guys. If you can actually outsource it to some uncle, somebody, or maybe you can take an educational loan. Educational loan is not bad, as long as you're able to pay it back, and you can pay it back. It's not that you cannot pay it back. So yeah, these are the 10 pointers more or less, but I'm sure the audience there, and of course Banali, all of you are much more creative. My next generation is much more creative. So yeah, you can also let me know in the comment section what other points you think can be added to this list, so that we can help many more such students who are financially challenged, but they want to mark, they want to create a mark in the biotech industry, or this universe. I feel money is just social credit. It doesn't exist in reality. What exists is you and me and all of us together. And as long as we can help each other in whatever way possible, that matters. Okay. So I think that was a very genuine question which you asked. And the reason I wanted to make this video for a long time is, I meet a lot of students, okay, and they told me, even when we launched the monthly fees subscription for the Rona batch, even then, and when we gave scholarship, still there were students who could not afford. Then the question came, why they're not able to afford is because probably of the COVID and the financial downfall which is happening across the globe. Whatever happens, please make sure that you know this fact, that nothing, absolutely nothing, can limit your potential, not even finances. So that's all from our side. Take care. Bye-bye.